say, what you train you can I was a Sunday man so that it be some say and you never win in our Quran. Oh, if you open up, Banas will be yet, dear, which you can only question because which you will how to make you set us my befa and pass should not say be jaya there, you be jaya jaya. Says me that's your Muslim me shade me be on my back. So what's one as a Muntimadia? Any pan who cry. So Bana say me can I say, to be churching in a beam, that's a beer, a bit toss moon vidia. Now, I did 2 days when I say me can I say, but toss with the under with the actually, and I say, same never quite dear, and then you ever find white. And you say, we meet yet your crown, I ever life you crown. Any bettering at your ever life.
How many are Muslims?
Yeah, any Muslim.
No, okay, nice. But that's church. How many are my catch on me church or many now?
Why are they? Because Quran, yeah, answer Quran. Said I want to see a person. Oh, yeah, my who said and Nisa. Oh, you move you on my name, said, said I know take your crown, which you prana. What did you cry? I said, church him to that be what you church him said, and I dream to cry every day.
I dream better. But that's say okay.
Said I want to see a person. Oh, yeah, my who said and Nisa. Oh, you move you on my name, said I know take your crown, which you prana. What did you cry? I said, church him to that be what you church him said, and I dream to cry every day.
I dream better. But that's say okay. A tier for me church Seto SSK and I can say Miss Rewa share video mammy fast invite a month for tag a month for na the name soon dear was saying Seto SSK and I casa. Okay, follow page no YouTube, follow page no YouTube, Seto SSK. Wait myself follow page and also Facebook, Seto SSK. Nina good. So follow honor no like it, what subscribe, what like, what share, what comment. Na yina yesua de e wo hase no okay say the mo amote ye no video ya me bochire m sisi no your brother ba ko Muslim brother ni baby a one so woni me personally baby a okay but through social media we say no the powerful and the power of social media no okay people can speak and people are making decisions based on their cultural man for so yes one time I was not a Christian. One time, okay, I didn't believe in the Bible. But when I make be for Bible, no one. Now me question Bible. No. I didn't teach the Bible. So what I say now? I am not a Muslim. And you make kasafa Quran hubiano. I did be a me kasafa Islam hubiano. I make sure say it is what their books, their own books, are saying. And that's is saying. Because me make it bibi, se me confeture bibi. Any honum sa just to manipulate people's mind na obi making a judgment based on the meme canon. So what I say now, it is that one that I cannot handle. And me make it very very sure. So the meme kafa Islam hubiano, I can back it up with their own sources, with their own books, with the Quran, with the Hadith. Statement biana mema kan wa hase na utin wa wasum say ade bi nkoye wa hase no. So what I say na enye se bia intentionally no e na me ma da akofechire bibi e de ba be manipulate obi adwene. This is exactly the wo hono no sa na me ka kire wo. Just because emu odu no den kan sa emu odu ma wo no to believe say ade we dey ntimi free yakopon hono ntimi free book we say mo no. And nothing I would do and say bia me and I intentionally and I made yes there be me bibi sa. So enunti na unya almost unhunu se obi the video be ti honom na or can say I was lying from day one. I have to make sure say me represent me kasafa Islam ho okay verse na me se me ntia se verse we na me bidi ho akindi a be the verse na go screen so obi ehunu bi ye nyina ye kenkan bi na ye nyina ya na analyze ade we say fe sa na ye pese ye adwuma na o ha say no okay eba CSF no ho a okay eba CSF so mo a I me so be CSF ni I was a CSF. So me can be for Bible no ho na I have to make sure that I represent the Bible accurately. So obi kan okre kyerɛw na say you will still not like it now. Unlike it, you will not like it. Me can kyerɛw na sisi a okay. There was some Muslims bi wo honom sisi na Prophet Muhammad na nkasa epetimi aba enne na Prophet Muhammad ne ka say Islam onye no kore krampo na ye wo Muslims bi wo they will not trust him. Omo ngindi. This is how this is how nothing can change their mind. And there is no need for you to lie. You just speak the truth, and those who did not know, no, they can make the decisions. Simple. But say, some people came to fool us, lie to us with the Bible and the Quran. Okay? And you want to teach say amanfo ya betwa entro na wan kasa no so wo de entro e na ba be kire ye na difference be na wom. It is a matter of time. So somebody will also come and say you are also lying. It's a way video be na if a Bible no ho if a Quran no ho okay. You can question the Bible, you can question the Quran. I'm not saying it is forbidden for you to question and say no, you have the right to question the Bible or the Quran. But you have to represent it accurately. Simple. You don't believe say that one we accept, we know. But say we can try can say Bia and Paul and I say now and Isaiah and back it up, okay. And any baby check video no Yahuda and my post video no social media so our Facebook page one I think. Me post no YouTube page okay. Raskotaka say I say we will not like and share anything. Yeah, this is Raskotaka is steady. Okay, I say we will not like. But Raskotaka like and share if you care for the truth now. Because to me, they okay. Once now we are saying say we care about the truth, no. Not say you believe say some people came and deceive us, which was bad now. There is no need for you to also deceive some people. Represent Christianity how it is. Those who don't like it, don't like it. Those who will accept it, they will make their choice, no? Okay? It is very important to give the people the option to make the right choice for themselves. And to me kind Quran, you can make the decision, say na Quran, according to this verse, according to the interpretation of this verse, say na Quran. Now it is your own decision. Wakuma mono, so we did this away free a decision. I cannot force you. I'm not gonna say I unfriend somebody because he became a Muslim. Dabi, and I never do that. At the end of the day, no, it is your own decision. And you present the Christianity to some people, no, how the Christianity is, and they will make the decision for themselves. Why do you have to twist and lie to the people just to make your point? Very bad. So unima, okay. Difference na woman in say okay. So we are ignorant. Say be a memo Austria has saying okay. My betina kroma da and so me German and share anya buju biasa and tese obi a wo no ha say anase be bisa okay. But say me ba e bia obi free Ghana ba ha say foforo. Anase me ko Ghana, okay. Na me ka German kakra bi na to the people no mo ho no they will think say hey akwari or ti German kasa no share say to say ya so what or ti German kasa no because they enter because omuni sa knowledge no. And because omuni knowledge me ka kakra bi no a confuse o mo say me ya ade ama. So what I say, it is our mentality no. Yeah, no because we didn't know, we don't know the Bible no. It is an obi ka Bible no with confidence. Obi kasa for Bible no with confidence now. We tend to believe say they all can no kre, especially no say odi kan no kre be the kire for Bible no ho. Say egu say ya. Now we not trust in we na after the obetima ye the obibia with the Bible no. The same thing a pastors in the year. So the same thing and a pastors at the year because they are Joe media we and they have a tena na no more can be biana yan kwacha can press a Bible no gumusa and I say gumusa. And a time when they say you shall send a mimi study Bible no and I'm who say you will never be Bible no na and yes I'm no more chire and I'll be who say and you maybe to me could see video way now excuse me, Yahuda ye be bona, okay? And you stand Bible neka. And so Yahuda has say no, me share the whole program. Okay? Me share the whole program. This program we say me na ending of the program no, people were calling in and they were thanking Yahuda. So what be any? Yahuda what be any? No kure na wode ba no. Because they don't know too. And because I also believe that also because unim na how na all ton ade de ama no it sound really credible. But when you study kakra bi na wunya hu ade no wi na bo say hey nti za ba kokra okay. And ye wa be check ahwe. We say no has nothing to do personally. Tina ye kan okra na the truth no. So we say we journalists, we be kan okra na okay. Now we do political party bi so na we choko. That means that you are giving that opportunity political party no chance to deceive the people. Me dem say me kan okra no. Okay, it is a me say yes, Yahuda he wants the best for Ghana. I want the best for Ghana. And I know say the best for Ghana and you say you be trying to track the Ghana for no. Just because say you don't like Christianity doesn't mean say we have to lie to them. We can still tell them what Christianity is teaching, and then the people will make their own decision. Simple. Okay, so many are bad, so bad the bad, you know, then there is no need for you to lie about it. Say or some are bad, no. That means that you don't have to lie. Just say the truth because it is bad already. So why do you have to lie about it? Let's go on. The Yahuda account has saying okay. Maybe the telephone line is not too, but another day check. Mumi inti Yahuda same way say no. Na mumi nyina analyze what has saying okay. Munti no.
And Mama obi ehun say Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14. Emfa Jesus hu. Obi say emfa Jesus hu a efa hwan hu. Yen hwe de bi. Hwe, wo ye Christian a, eya man deal with one Bible.
Okay, I have said Yahuda can say, and Obameye who say, T. Yahuda statement now making no. Say Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 14, no, and 5 years to home, and 5 years to home. And to yes, our program we no, and we'll be fair into the show, no, and we'll be say Yahuda, that's our program, no, as someone will say, and 5 years to one. Now, why in the fan of home? So what I say, and Yahuda, tray or has say, Nipakura a fan of hono, and it's our sign a hono, Nipakona a fan of hono. And no baba den oba be kire mumi nyina entie bi enti emfa yesu ho Yahuda ba be kire nipa kora e fa no ho mo me ento aso
Bible bi nie ye fa no living Bible we obi ampa bi no nto Bible living Bible o be ka sem bi na Christopher sebi e ya de stem pesa me kasa me to sebi ya bumboyama ama Bible no kora omo fa no omu kotu ana omo kenkaya contest any reference rather down crack among kind.
Okay, it's I say according to Yahuda, no, okay. It's your Bible, and your Bible be an amount of footnote and I see this, okay. And a footnote, no, it's a Bible verses now or honor now. 10 years who read the Bible now, ultimately depending on footnote, no, so more than the Bible verse itself. So sometimes, you know, different types of Bibles, no. And it is a true portion, baby. That's a Bible verse we say translation we say you know and a CUT agenda now then they pick this particular verse and then down now no that's our Bible no about authority time na Yahuda program no now o use Bible verse about a kind of Isaiah 7:14 when say a young woman say what you say na time na no on person obenya Bible na use virgin no because other Bibles also use a virgin shall conceive a honum the empe agenda no any agenda name flow enti ehonum Yahuda be use Bible na e use young woman enti owie ehonum ni wie no wan go kan footnote bi eni honum obaka kan kire say what enti sia na ye pese ehunu ba bi a ono be kire say say virgin birth no e hwan ba no hwan no was that pick another Bible verse for na afi de be suit agenda no afi de footnote no ho hia say what you say na enti we gidi say ye ko hunu footnote bi a kire say Jesus is God. See, a Bible near Krano, now your footnote be a baby. Next, I have footnote to can say this means Jesus is God now. They will accept it. Or because of where did Jesus say I am God? The Bible never say Jesus is God. So one logic now want to say no. It is like people are playing with our emotions. Yeah, to one of my Jesus say yeah man for kind of when they are no. Meanwhile, no, dada and dada games keke. Okay, it's what I to also. And to over be a Bible verse or still living Bible and I see bibisa with the footnotes on what be depending what to say. Moment the Yahuda kind.
Obi o translate Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14. O two quotation be say New Testament no. Nipo no kura say kire wu mu e Bible no mu say bokoro no. Ati da chi wo be hu a. Hwe o ma yo kai Isaiah 7:14 living Bible no. Wo be kai but ade bi wo down no enu ni me pese me biem no obi ahwe. Wo hwe ha. Wo say ya twantwere bi wo down. We be kire Isaiah 7:14 na say because Isaiah 7:14 asem wo ho na ye bobo mu yi nti wo be biem na wate ase kan Isaiah 7:14 kan wo wia na wa ba down no what is say
14 no what say all right then
the
Lord himself will choose the sign.
The Lord himself will choose the sign.
A child shall be born to a virgin.
A child shall be a child shall be born to a virgin.
Yeah.
Into your other Bible, omo ye a virgin. Okay, good news now. One ye a virgin. Or betirim.
Some would say point na me make you ha say ne into okra Bibles bebrebe no. The whole program na wo ye no you should good news Bible no. E ho no man fa virgin and she ho. Okay, even though the majority of the Bibles some use virgin, enra ye check a word ne hwe wo ho no. Alma no ye check where a bit must stand for a young woman and as a bit must stand for a virgin. Okay, enti o use Bible verse na on what say on what choose our Bible we say ye kind. In the Bible we say no no. The Bible we say use the word virgin. So what you say na Bible we na one wa pick no I use the word virgin or chire say that be we say hand we use virgin but ba kono use young woman. Enti operate footnote no but operate ba kono translation no. Someone here to us.
The
controversial Hebrew word used here.
The controversial Hebrew word now Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14. We are something we are on any one tears here. Obi o translating or by heading or betrim and you see the controversial Hebrew word translated here
sometimes means virgin,
sometimes a mini virgin,
and sometimes young woman.
Sometimes young woman.
So what you say now? According to Onwana Nkasa statement in the Crampono, ni footnote no, that statement in no, it doesn't only means young woman. It can mean a virgin or it can also mean a young woman. Sometimes it means this or sometimes it means that. That means the word no. That word nation, Hebrew word nation, it has two meanings. It can mean virgin or a young woman. Okay, and I think it's enra crampono. Me show screen so no. I remember say me say beti me the good screen so bion ama manfo huna. Okay, at free I say, the good screen so ema manfo e den ehunu ni nyina. Yeah, me word no ha say. Me fa screen so na manfo say hwe bion because yesua ade wa ha say. So for people now, they care about the truth. Some people they don't care about the truth. They have an agenda. And the agenda then they say, we don't like Christianity, we have to get rid of Christianity, and they will do any means necessary, anything possible, they will do it. So they don't care about the truth. That is separate, okay? But there are some people now, they want to hear the different parts, different side of the story. They care about it. They don't like Christianity, but they want to know. So what I say now, and because of that, I was say videos, no. Yeah, my man for Suhunu say, okay, say no all kind of has say no, but a son Bible on a can and pan na. Sana percent a 2 month for Timothy into a form of learning. Until where the name now on one footnote, no, Yahuda footnote ne can't say it can mean virgin or it can mean young woman. Where the Negua say no, according to the translators of the Bible, no, okay, it says a young woman or a virgin and a good the translation of your dictionary and I say your lexicon explaining that word name I say a young woman, a virgin. So what I say now to that word and alma it does not only stand for young woman and I say it does not only stand for virgin, but it can mean both of them. And you saw another word back now standing for only virgin. So and obi use word we say now he's not wrong. A young woman and a virgin. But other word no, but tula na na say bibisa na mo friend no. And there it stands for only virgin. It doesn't stand for a young woman because a young woman can also be a virgin. So and to say I can't say batula na say batula na. It represents a virgin woman. And now you can say almana, it can mean young woman and as a virgin. Okay. And your translators now, the Septuagint, you know, the oldest translated from Hebrew now, Ediba, almost translated, you know, they use virgin and that wasn't Christians who translated the Septuagint. And before Jesus Christ even came, you know, the oldest translated from Hebrew, no, okay, to the Greek, no, and I said they translated it from that language, you know, into as virgins. That was the Greeks, no, the Hebrews, and I said the Israelites for no translate here. Jews for the translators are, I don't know, about Greek mono, but they didn't put young woman, they put virgin according to the Septuagint, you know. So what I say, the moment where you would also, you know.
Immediate use here.
It immediate use here
refers to Isaiah's young wife.
It immediate use here, no. Here near Hinfa. Matthew 1:23 now. Or the Isaiah 7:14 no buy, you know. Or betrim say if I want it immediate use here to Asenkwe
refers to Isaiah's young wife.
Refers to Isaiah's young wife.
Ababa
one Benyinseno. The second wife of Isaiah. Oh, Isaiah no prophet no worry me. Inti Bible no tell say.
Oh, brother, Tonga. According to Yahuda no masemono. Ababa one Benyinseno. A virgin shall conceive, no. Or say it refers to the second wife of Isaiah. That was the statement from Yahuda. And my brother now, that was here, no, the way host, no, or a Christian host, no. I don't know who's standing for Christianity now, or I said, and you saw debate on, but or more platform, no. So when said the bear almost debating my best show more views. Sana according to said or years program, no. Okay, it's way a Christian, but Yahuda more message in tea, or more share message, not or mama pastor saba, like a pastor saba bed, and all about standing. And to say according to Ababa Wani Benin saying, and as a virgin shall conceive, no, Isaiah's second wife. But brother was in a niaje say, hey, it's Isaiah Kurampona, where prophet no crampon, no crow, wali bebre. It also can open a crown me bois. Say, a pastor been a can story with saying, and you know, crana wounding man, Kabaka will can't throw. How can you will and say, okay, who person will convince people who believe in the Bible and say, yada da omo. Even though said now they believe in something, they believe said it is coming from God, and we have been promised. Okay, I'm because I'm a Christian now. We have been promised something. We have been given hope. We are believing in God, and you want to convince us and also to tell us say we should stop believing in it. It is a lie. But you are using lies to tell us that it is a lie. And people are refusing to condemn, say, what you are even saying is a lie. So how do you expect me to live mine? Me, I'm having a hope. Say, are you true? And I say, I have hope. You have no hope. There would a cancer, and you're not correct. One will say, you're not correct, but you are refusing to say it. But maybe hope, then you want to take my hope away. It doesn't even make sense. Yahuda is not about he can make mistakes. He can make mistakes. But if we refuse to tell the truth now, okay, then they will continue making the same mistakes because we are refusing. Yeah, that is exactly the same the politicians are doing. Some people, the police are doing, the pastors are doing, the malams are doing, and now CSF is doing the same thing, exactly the same. The mistakes, nobody wants to talk about it. This was on TV and on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. And he is saying Isaiah's second wife. And Ababa Wani Benyin saying, hey, Isaiah and his second wife. And when for on show proven away. Brother Nyaje, Isaiah so wali mienu. That means when your idea and when your confidence, no, on so bet me wali mienu. Then to
the youngest wife of Isaiah. It's immediate to use here.
What's it? Bible say Isaiah and the second wife and a war crown. The second wife. So you need to say what is the mistake here? It's not a mistake, it is a lie. Because Yahuda kind of say Isaiah and the second wife, you know, Ubetima my verse na just Isaiah was second wife or nya sa akra na my verse okay Yahuda suyi ni mechi greetings long time inti wonka okay ye per verse na Yahuda television so no can say Isaiah the second wife and nya sa akra na wo ye no ye per verse okay enti ubetimi aboy na ye hunu say enye mistake ana say ye mistake ana say ye ntro na otwa ya ebe hunu enti wo de boy maybe a telephone line is not to sisi here moment also
to Isaiah's young wife.
It refers to Isaiah's young wife
and her newborn son. Isaiah chapter 8 verse 1 to 4.
And to a person say Aqualano. Isaiah chapter 8 verse 1 to 4. Aqualano me wo hono. Absia yeba
me pam cho I am on san ko Isaiah chapter 8 1 to 4 in san fan piece.
Okay, it's here for the point back when I was saying I was ye sincere to ourselves okay. Bible ni kura ye will be a friend of Bible na nkasa ye will chapters any verses or honum. What kind footnote? Footnote no enka Bible no ho. Enka na footnote na nkasa enka Bible no ho okay. A references will be di share honum. Enti na good news Bible na what kind be say any honum. And our more culture will say according to the footnote na what kind it mean who footnote to be a on the kind on the book na kura na okay. Almost say akura no ye wo no Isaiah chapter 8 verse number 1 to 4. I don't think I won't kind man for host now or ye Christo Nino to one say a man for an enco kind verse no. So ya pass ya work rana. I don't think I won't kind verse no man will be anti. Someone who know what they patch no. Kind Bible na nkasa footnote the when your time a kind footnote in the train. When your time a kind footnote in the train. But Bible verse na nkasa they won't mean your time on country. Emma ye who say I said the footnote they can want to share. Brother back online so was settled. This is really settled. Sir, because it's settled me pe kontompo. I don't support entro. It is obi it is I think that some people no they think say because you are speaking against something no you have to lie. You don't have to lie. You have to be sincere to yourself because people are listening to whatever we say, and people depend. Some people they don't have the opportunity, no. And whenever you are saying something, they believe us. But if it is a lie, then it is bad. It is. I will not stand for lies. That is simple. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will not stand for it. I will not stand for it. So if you think say because say yes, I support Bemushe, I support everybody now who wants Ghana to move forward. But with truth, you know, if you're telling the truth now, if Hafiz Buhari comes, TBO, Hafiz Buhari, Bonde UT Adawa, Shampoo Nation, whoever, if they come and they are representing, unless they are saying something about the Quran, like the Boko Haram, they say this is what Quran is saying, and this is what we are doing. That is what I cannot say anything against it because they are standing for what they believe in. But if you come and you are telling me the Quran says Christians, you can be friends with Christians. Christians are very, very good, okay? Meanwhile, there is a verse in the Quran which is saying, don't be friends with them. I would say, what are you saying? What do you mean? You say Allah loved the Christians very much. What are you saying? According to the Quran, no, Allah hates the Christians. Allah hates. So I will show you the verse that says Allah. Let me show you the verse because people will say, Seto, prove your case, okay? According to Quran chapter, Seto yesterday. Quran chapter 5, I think verse number 14. Let me put that on the screen first, okay, so that maybe people will see what I mean. Quran chapter 5, verse number 14. Let me see what it says there. So that maybe so if you come and you represent the Quran accurately, what would I have to say? Nothing. I think it is Quran chapter 5, verse number 14. If not, I will search for it and then show it to you, okay? Yes, look at this verse. And from those who say we are Christians, according to the Quran, and from those who say we are Christians, we receive their pledge, but they neglected some of what they were reminded of. Okay, so Allah is now speaking there, because Allah said we received their pledge, but they neglected some of what we reminded of. So we say, you know, is standing for Allah, provoked enmity and hatred among them until the day of resurrection. So according to this verse, Allah provoked enmity and hatred among the Christians. Who is doing that? Allah is the one who is bringing enmity and hatred on the Christians to the day of resurrection. To when? To the day of resurrection. Allah will then inform them of what they used to craft. So I would say this is the message from the Quran. And Quran chapter 5, it is one of the last chapters that came. One of the last ones, there's the last 3 chapters. Chapter 5, last but 3, chapter 9, last but 2, 110, last chapter, according to the chronological order of the Quran. And Allah is spreading hatred and animosity amongst the Christians to the day of resurrection. Allah spread hate. And that's he provokes hate. Okay, now I'm actually translator. I heard another translator. And to me, kind of Quran. I am saying what the Quran is saying, okay? So if you have any different understanding, you can come and we can discuss about it. Simple. Okay, I am representing it according to what the Quran is saying. So when we read another translating, Sahih International, it says, so Allah is causing among them animosity and hatred. Allah is causing hatred until the day of resurrection. To mimic and to say, somebody now, Boko Haram person, he will say, yes, it is true. This is what Allah is doing because you are kafir or the kufar. So this Boko Haram, he will stand by his Quran. You see, then I will have nothing to say because he's saying the truth. But when it comes to you, now you are trying to say no, it's not like that. I have to go and learn Arabic. that is going to be the problem. Okay, it's the difference. No. Represent the book accurately, how the book is saying. Let's go back to Yahuda.
Yeah, no. Yeah, some fidie. The way I saw for now, ba. Kote get me baby so na baby awoba ebete wono. In Isaiah chapter 8 verse 1. In Kameda there so for be now what the member thinking the baba hano na me dia son ko mwa. But papa no question and I call you with Abano.
Let's say papa no busa say yen chire akwa.
Ono no question and call you with.
Let's say
Isaiah second born. Isaiah ne ba mi and Isaiah second born.
Ne yere ba.
Ne Isaiah ne second wife ne ba.
And let's say what kind free 14.
Isaiah second born. Isaiah ne second wife ne ba. Any sa ababa wani benyin sen. Tebio ababa wabi benyin sen. Okay, no be ubema no. Ye be friend Emmanuel no. For God ono na Isaiah wo no. Enti ka ono yanka won kan chapter 8 ni nkyere me kan kyere mo de wi nyina be hwe bi wo ha sei. Enka ono won kan chapter 8 ni nkyere yen. But obi na bebu sa question we say enu nti na obi te ono after the all can enka or the tete pastor bi. Tete bi eni honom. Wo ya wo kyere ade na wa kyere ade no. Abaka say games na man for play. Anasa na a game keke na man for play. Me hunu is go to the kyere ade no. According to Yahuda no, Bible, Isaiah chapter 8, verse number 1. Isaiah ba on the second wife and a war no. Okay, and you know correct. The Bible no more. You hear the Bible neka. Na mu nyina mu hu bi because I say Isaiah chapter 8 honom no. E honom na hye honom say saying. E honom na hye honom say Isaiah ba. Mu he bi o Isaiah chapter 7 honom no. Chapter 7 verse number 14. Okay? E honom na e kan say therefore me kan chapter 7 verse number 14 ho dey akiremo. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son. Okay, according to this prophecy, we say no sign na yedeba no. Okay, this sign no ye can a virgin, one thing a virgin, another a young woman shall conceive and she will bear a son. And you didn't can the gender of the akrano crampo or prophecy we say you didn't can gender no already. That can't gender no. Okay, and he shall shall call his name Emmanuel. Okay, which means God is with us. It is only I can't offer about this sign. A virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Okay, then the idiot Emmanuel and I say God with us. So verse number 8, chapter 8. According to Yahuda, Isaiah, the second wife, and the Eden, a war akrano has seen. Who could do chapter 8 now? Saying the go on Isaiah's son as a sign to the people. Sign now, chapter 7, it was not to the people, it was for the house of Judah, house of David. But then, verse number 13, who do verse number 13, Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 13. Then he said, hear now, O house of David. Okay, so this one was going to the house of David. And at chapter 8, it is like for the people, for the whole people. But I'm for who say a different type of things near Casafon. They were chapter 7, and then they were chapter 8, Nina a sign the buy, but and the same sign. Okay, and twaso. Isaiah chapter 8, verse number 1, equity verse number 4. According to Yahuda, a honor Isaiah, the second wife, and a war. Emmanuel, no. Sana Yahuda air can what I say. Moment ready according to the verse, no, so air can. The Lord said to me, that means the Lord said to Isaiah, take a large piece of writing material and write on it in large letters, quick, loot, fast, plunder. Eti why a command about Isaiah so no. Tibio command na Isaiah didn't can share sa prophecy and sa what didn't count wonder that. I said the catcher Isaiah say Isaiah onya say on trace our letters we into one. That is the only thing I catch Isaiah was saying. You should write this down, okay? And Isaiah on trace I didn't went to one. Get 2 reliable men, the priest Uriah and Zachariah, son of Edin we say the intimate pronounce I can't pronounce his name, okay? And to on sankofa enipa mienu to serve as witness. And the Lord, what he is telling Isaiah according to chapter 1, he said he should only write a name down. He didn't even say anything. So oba woba, and I said on woba, and I said obe shia obi, and I said on shia obi. So oba wobema, and I said oba woba. Nothing. The only what God told him to do is to write the name down. Nothing. Verse number 3. Okay, no on sama witness. Until uncle fe nipa mienu no omonya witness. Until nipa mienu no Uriah and Zachariah. Okofa nipa mienu, okay. Some time later, my wife became pregnant. So what you say now? So because my wife became because the way mommy changed Bible translator we say. Every another Bible translator we say. New International Version. We won't say difference. What I said or translate here they were saying okay. Verse number 3, Isaiah and his children are signed. Okay, so that title abaye say no. And edina yedema Isaiah bano. Ene go say no. Mahashala Hashbaz. Bibi say ye frere akura no in the original language no. Okay. Say na Isaiah kan ye kan kire Isaiah say on twere edin we say enwu honom keke. Ya kan kire ne say oba be wo oba wo bema oba wo oba ya ma gender bia wo ha say ya kan bibia an kire no. Okay. So verse 3 now. Then I made love to the prophetess. So what say? Then I made love to the prophetess. Nyankopon kan so on the prophetess bia nkokoda Isaiah on the wife akwakoda. Okay? And she conceived and gave birth to a son. And Isaiah on the ban ne nkokoda ye no na ne yire no wo oba. And the yire no wo oba wie ye no. Listen carefully, the Bible ni kan. And the Lord said to me, name him Mahashalal Hashbaz. And son, God is telling him, say, Edina or man, in verse number 1, no, offers a Edina Masara Kurano. So what you say now? Yahuda say, Isaiah's second wife, the prophetess, we say, no, and then Isaiah and the wife here back up a prophetess, no one Isaiah wife. On one mother, on one the firstborn of Isaiah. Chapter 7, Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 3, okay? Who said the Lord is telling Isaiah, said, then the Lord said to Isaiah, go out now, meet Ahaz, you and your son, okay? Isaiah didn't kind of baba. Isaiah firstborn, anyway, say, Yem Freddy Emmanuel, the firstborn ye, and the small one, the firstborn, so Ahaz, and now chapter 8, Isaiah on a yere kokoda ye no omo bema ansa na Nyankopon ka kire ne say onfa edin no ento saa bema na wawo no yam promise ne say ne yere ne benyini say no wawo bema enye yama ne bibia saa someone say na pa kire but Yahuda say akura we say Emmanuel no yento aso and she conceived and gave birth to a son and the Lord said to me, name him. And after say owo bema no ansa na ebeka say onfa edin we ento akra no so before the boy knows and mo hwe de say ka kire adekonti edin we ma akra no and the name no has a your man no say bibi sa to prophecy bi so for before the boy knows how to say father or mother the wealth of Damascus and the plunder of Samaria will be carried off by king of Assyria. See the reason why your man didn't we say no, yes, I'm a home and come she be honum. Before said the boy could say father and mother. But you could have a virgin shall conceive, no, it has nothing to do with this one. So why should I say Yahuda was telling the truth? But the phone line go on okay. Moment Yahuda kakra. It is how the Yahuda air can say Isaiah Bana ye won according to the footnote now old dependent was no. The footnote now was old dependent was no. And yes, on a verse number has in air can be bia. And Isaiah won his second wife bia. Moment was so.
Kokosi 8 etwaso a wo ba hunu se ne mani nyina ho
entino unso di kai ka say okwa Isaiah chapter 8 verse 16 kai what a kai Isaiah chapter 8 o be ka say bia kiro
I tell for mo we bio Yahuda kind footnote no ye ka kire ne say akra no ye wo no verse number chapter 8 verse number 1 to 4 no Yahuda ankan and one kire etiefo one kan ankire wo mo but when your time eba be kan Isaiah chapter 8 hono no verse number 16 but obechenya kwa in verse number 18 mo say me pa kire no say o kasa uso footnote no kire wo say akra no ye Isaiah ni sa Emmanuel no ye wo no Isaiah chapter 1 chapter 8 verse number 1 when your time ankan kire one kan but obenya time akan Isaiah chapter 8 verse number 18 dia kire Moment no
16 kai twi no kai
maybe telephone line is not to see out
I mean TV wo share me e wo TV2 esoso
Isaiah chapter 8 verse 18 kai was it saying
Isaiah 8:18
was it saying
was it na hwe me ne ma
Isaiah say me ne me ma
Awurade dia mam say enye insencheni
and Awurade dia mam say yenyen senchireni
ne anwade wo Israel mu
ene anwade wo Israel mu no nti baba no banyi se na wayen senche Isaiah ne ma no mo yen senchireni wo eyo mo eyeku eyo mo Isaiah asa
etiefo enti we say enti wo pese me asema na wo kan Isaiah ne ma one ne ma no omo yen senchireni you heard the verse ne crown poker o say ababa wani banyin say no eye o ma asema na wo kan oh it was picking verse back out of context. They were Isaiah chapter 8 verse number 18 honum out of context and what the end said because Isaiah and the honum yes Isaiah on the honum and they are being used as a sign as a miracle for the people but it has nothing to do with the baba wani benyin say the virgin shall conceive no Isaiah the wife no we didn't kan wo no we didn't kan then wow first born into onye virgin bion onye young crampo bion Isaiah prophetess no we didn't kan wo first of all say what you see now the verse back on and Isaiah shared to the house of David Isaiah that I said or cut to the house of David Isaiah now one free house of David honum manya amount for join the program okay my mefa Julius Mechia okay and Emmanuel so join what I say Emmanuel
yeah
Julius my memo you mo say na you me say the Yahuda e ka to aso ase no
okay Jesus one sem so ni mutu Isaiah 7:14 and nti baby ya mu den asa
the problem with this verse
mutie no see Christ upon 2 Isaiah na and no but the okeka wa say ni nya no ono no what to two out of context no they are making the point wa say and ono a mo hwe de be mo she kan wa say krampo kan ho no okay mutie de be mo she kan
number 1 akoda no ye de din bai say ye wo na ye mfre ne sen
Emmanuel. And the New Testament say ya won your friend saying Jesus me shenkom e brebi ba ye be nyoma mpanyini ye be friend Francis ma shenkom o ma mpanyini bi ba ne your friend Georgia e yo no na enyo no
enyo ono according to Bemushe okay it's the same logic we say na no Yahuda ma yet say enye Jesus e na e share no ho sa ankom no e Isaiah ba enti say ye fa logic na o ma mo use na okay Isaiah ba na ye de ba ye friend Emmanuel na because Yahuda say Isaiah ba na yire na wo ne second wife na wo akra no ye share nkom no say ye be friend Emmanuel enti say Isaiah ba no so a your friend Emmanuel ana ye wa Isaiah ba bi wo honom na obi susu say o ye God ana Jesus is here. Him say me Jesus is God. He came to us. It's Emmanuel no. I believe it. People believe it at his time. Thomas was calling him my Lord, my God. In the Bible, no, people at Jesus' time, no, believe Jesus was to be God. They worship Jesus in the Bible. Okay. Obi Frewa has said for Tobo. Yeah, brother. Tobo Julius or Fred the whole time. Okay. When I can say my mom for who you are
yeah, Eugene, I can say.
Yeah, Eugene.
Good evening.
Meet you evening. Say no, I'm also friend so the whole time, but now I'm busy. And you meet here, they also working.
Okay. Me foi the Julius Kai and Ran also. Me sanso foi who that your kind no and the Bemushe so a kind no. Mami church room. Bible never no. Okay. Hey. Afa New Testament and Old Testament. Esro omo Old Testament. And na esro omo New Testament. Okay. Now, before you even start with the Isaiah 7:14 near the Adenina, you will have to understand the Jewish culture. Okay. Mecca Julius made mention of a lot of the scriptures in the main scriptures, but I just give you a brief background.
Me focus on any topic we say no. It is more about what Yahuda is saying. Say Isaiah, and as Isaiah was second wife.
Of course, it's the same topic.
It's the same topic because you and the Julius in Yankasa. Okay, to the focus was I will say no. And nipa be phone and what I know to say now. Person will join it. So it's yes sir.
Settle me focus so. Okay. The same amount some small background big keke.
Me background. What the point?
Jewish culture.
What the Casamiti?
Okay. But let me take you to the scriptures. Isaiah 7, and do it 14. I say 14. No scriptures need become
yes.
Call reading. Yes. Into after 70, after 14, on the mouth, the sign ABC when the child is born. So keep on reading. Read the 15. Now read the 16.
Isaiah say. Make a point. The
point, I will 15 is 16.
Okay, into the camera 18, Mr. Wa.
Okay. All right.
Because point now you make you want to say this and they say Yahuda say this verse is not about Jesus, it is about the son of Isaiah. And I'm basically focus also.
And I also want to show you, say, it's still not about Jesus with verse 15.
Yeah, but you know, the say one point, so that is what topic about yesterday. And the topic, it is mainly about Yahuda saying it is not about Jesus. Okay, fine, and yeah, about Jesus, but it is about the son of Isaiah. Okay, and he found a church the son of Isaiah, and Isaiah was second wife. Because me say diverted from this Yahuda point, was he lying and also was he telling the truth?
Seto, Yahuda was saying the truth.
Okay, and to show the point instead of because to me the end there.
Verse 8, Verse 8 now, kind, it gives you some sign to say by the time that the boy starts saying mama, dada, or something like that.
Okay.
And the head, is Isaiah's son as a sign to the people.
Okay.
And I won't say
that be mean can't say me tobo men can't say me jintumu men the ben can't say me jintumu. Of course, I mean say Isaiah's son a sign to the people, but it doesn't mean say the same sign in chapter 7, And at chapter 7, it will honor say first of all, okay, only Yahuda ya a good so because I am mistaken and I am I didn't know. And you bet me a point saying, baby, first of all, baby Isaiah, it was second wife. You bet me my verse, Isaiah was second wife. One that was a crana, a friend Emmanuel. No bet me my verse.
Oh, say, and only the Yahuda come back. But there's
and I was one in the yard,
there's nothing.
Also one in the yard, into my verse.
I think I'm in any year say about Jesus. The verse 8 tells you say Isaiah ba. And put my etifina catcher say Isaiah's son as a sign to the people. Now, from what you are saying, you are saying say there were two signs. There was a different sign in verse 7 and there was a different sign in verse 8. But you are mistaken. When the scripture says say the sign is to the people of Israel, it was the same Judah for one and all count of verse 7 now. What you are saying. So I just wanted to give you a scripture be a message and dra, which also cumulated to the verse 8.
Eugene. Okay, I want to be I'm percent me far for because in a minute time say they know it me in 2 hours no. You go straight to the point. You sign so no. Are you saying say it is true Isaiah had 2 wives? Can you confirm that?
For that I can't confirm say Isaiah had 2 wives, but I know say Isaiah had a wife that gave birth in verse 8.
Okay, and also Isaiah, according to us, say I made love to the prophetess. Okay, and also will be on a and say check baby scriptures no baby no Isaiah no was second wife. He had 1 wife and no more me no. And this one we can conclude. I just said Yahuda to me prove which say Isaiah was second wife be from the scriptures. But
you see,
that
is even beside the point.
That be and beside the point. And you beside the point, Tobo. And you or kind of say, I say, or a wife, and a younger wife, and was a Quran about chapter 7. You're going to go chapter 7, the kind of home. Near found compare a Quran in chapter 8, and so we the same. Are you okay?
Yes, that's what we can do.
Okay, chapter 7, prophecy here saying the heading of that time, the Emmanuel prophecy, according to the headings. Okay, you have the headings, your friend of the Emmanuel prophecy, the God is with us prophecy. Sana topic headings next year. Okay. Yeah, kind of verse now. I don't want to say. Moreover, the Lord again told her Ahaz, ask for a sign yourself from the Lord your God. You call verse number 13 and also verse number 40 because Ahaz will deny one except for any Ayibian. Okay.
Yes.
And Isaiah can't say. Then he said, "Hear now, O house of David." So Isaiah is speaking to house of David. It is a small thing for you to weary men, but will you weary my God? Therefore, the Lord Himself will give you a sign. Okay, behold, the virgin shall conceive. And one case my wife will tell you, was it the virgin shall conceive? One case my wife shall conceive, and the virgin shall conceive and bear a son. And according to this prophecy, we say Yamano, the gender of the child, anyone who is going to conceive the child, a virgin and a gender of the baby, okay? And he shall call his name Emmanuel, okay? And at verse number 50, the apostle kind of curds and honey he shall eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. For before the child.
Remember, I said to pause.
Okay.
It is another sign buttressing the point of verse 14. That is a second sign.
Okay, yes.
Now there is another sign, verse 16, third sign. Read verse 16.
For before the child shall know to refuse evil and choose good, the land that you dread will be forsaken by both her kings. Okay. By both her kings.
Okay, pause. You kind of a tree more podcast say, and sana kolano be who papa ne boneno. I inform you no na usromo no ewa fevers one no reason any pekano. Ye be come na yo ye be to moja.
Okay.
Now at the time that Jesus was born, Israel didn't have a king.
Yes.
So Pekah had no 20. The third sign is say, Yahu akwalana. By the time akwalana be who papa de boneno, I inform you no na usuro hono. Reason ne Pekah ye be come. Now this is the third sign. So let us judge the sign. At the time that Jesus was born,
Israel
never had a king.
Eugene, what did get here? Your tears say Tobu Tebio. The Upa say, Yawu Isaiah Banu chapter 8, one of them. These two kings were they still there, and I said, were they forsaken?
The two kings.
Listen, what do you mean say you can say chapter 7 one year, one year called chapter 8 one according to the Tobo Mamimye, you see now, Mamimye, and Timuamu logic now, one Casawu logic now, what can say? Yahu Jesus, no, there were no king, and no point fitting for Jesus' time, no, because time of Yahu Jesus, no, the kings were no more there. Yahu Isaiah chapter 8 one of them, these two kings were still there. So this cannot be the son of Isaiah.
Settle. There, boss. Tell me, you Jesus.
There be. Me can't Yahuda say. Eugene, me can't Yahuda say Yahu chapter 8 one of them. Sir Emmanuel or say Isaiah man Yahu no. Tell me Yahu sir and Akrano chapter 8 one Isaiah chapter 8 verse number 1. Tell me Yahu sir Akrano. Na sir I didn't know one man kings no me no one man no money hope you.
I can't say.
What do you mean say?
I can't say.
What do you say you can say? They were there.
No. It's not a laughing photo.
Okay.
We are on the third sign. So we are judging on the third sign. The third sign now for verse 8. Or say before something will happen.
Yeah, but the same sign. And the same verse 8.
So let's go with the third sign or say before the child knows good and bad, the two kings will be they will kill them or they will die.
They will not they will not be there. Verse number 7. I said before the child shall know to refuse evil and choose good, the land that you dread will be forsaken by both kings. Okay, by both kings. Where verse number 8? No, that is before the child knows to refuse good and evil. No, Tobo. Before the child refused good and evil. No, okay, these two kings they will be forsaken. Okay, they will not be there. And I say, Bibisa. At the time now, Isaiah called one about me focus on Yahuda program no so no because a one na man for a program no a man for free ever done say how na we be enlighten or more ene. It was a man for so who say na enlightenment and I say ignorance and I say deceive. So that person man for who who indeed say Jesus who indeed say Jesus who near man no ya kasa fa ho bebre enra but the Yahuda kan Yahuda kan what's chapter 8 one me koko through one so na there were different signs. First of all, God gave a name. He did not tell Isaiah said this is going to be the name. So he gave a name. Write this down, okay? And Isaiah tried to warn him. Isaiah didn't know what it is. And Isaiah went to make love with his wife, and then she conceived a son. God didn't promise Isaiah here say your wife is going to conceive and have a son. God didn't say that. He only told. Yeah.
So to matter was here, you see, we work with him too much. We are looking at the sign. You say, Yahu Akwalana, and you may be busy. Yahu Akwalana, and you may be busy.
Okay.
Inti, and you may not be busy, no, and on I was say, yeah, judge say, whether that thing suits the subject in question.
Okay, and you say, Yahu Akwalana, according to Yahuda, no, Akwalana 1 chapter 8, verse number 1. Meboa.
Yes.
And that and Yamana Woka say basin AC or Honomana.
AC, but AC, you know, time being like AC.
Okay, Eugene, my Julius in Trem, okay, because time
yeah, so I think you have to make another program for this one because you don't have enough time up in pain, okay?
Yes.
Now, so all along, I'm telling you, the sign is not about virgin birth. The sign is not
according to who? According to the scriptures.
According to the scriptures, if you like, because all the time you guys are saying a sign is a miracle. A sign is never a miracle from the start. Okay?
According to who? According to you, according to the scriptures.
According to the scriptures, I can prove to you. Because listen,
my proof would be
okay. Go to Isaiah 20. One second. Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, maybe at one. Okay, Isaiah 20.
Okay, let me give you a sign that God gave to the Israel before, right? 1 second.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So Isaiah 20. Start from verse 3. and let's see this sign and see if this sign is a miracle or not.
Yeah, but Julius can you wait my can maybe at one because I'm for you who be okay.
Okay, listen to this sign. Okay, this sign says, then the Lord said, then the Lord said, as my servant Isaiah has walked naked and barefoot for 3 years as a sign. Okay, the sign here is he walked barefoot, okay, and walked naked for 3 years as a sign, right? Right?
Okay.
To protect against Egypt and Cush. I don't know what that city is that. So you see, all along, you guys, including Let the Bible Speak, is saying a sign is a miracle. A sign is not about miracle. A sign is about something to be, because of this happened. The same thing is Isaiah 7:14. The sign was not about virgin birth, but the sign is when the kid will be eating honey and grasshopper. And before the kid will learn how to speak, Syria, okay, and Israel, the kings will be vanished, right? But because of Isaiah, Isaiah told a story to Ahaz, he did not believe. So the Lord have to change the sign and make a new sign. The new sign is the child, means quick, pronta. What is that name? Chapter 8. So in this case, they came and took the Ahaz and his the king of Judah. They came and took them away, and it's in 2 Chronicles chapter 28 and I have to give you the verse 2. So they came and took them away as servants. That is why I was telling you yesterday that the Lord changed the name for a purpose, because the Lord have to make a new sign, because the old sign he did not believe it, so he have to make a new sign. So
okay, Julius, what are we?
Yeah, okay. Well, let me. What I would say is open this another topic and let's explain it detail by detail. I have many signs.
Julius.
Yeah.
According to logic, right? Said the Lord changed the sign because the prophets and I said a sign now. Okay.
Yeah, because it's all based on the sign.
Julius, the point I will make was say the God changed it because he did not believe it. It's not
exactly.
True.
And then he was still doing evil stuff.
No, Julius. Mami low way was saying, okay.
Who's making the noise? Somebody making noise.
Yeah, Julius, my loan was saying, Julius TBO. The reason why now, and the whole kind of engine of credit say, Isaiah, Echo Ahaz, Honomono.
Yeah.
One GND. That's what you're saying. And then the Lord himself gave them the sign. And then he gave the sign. And who can say one GND will change the sign now? And you know, because
it is true.
Julius,
it is true.
How is that true? Because why did Isaiah say the Lord himself gave the sign? Why did he say that? Because
of he asked him first to choose a sign, right? Okay. And he refused to choose the sign. So if you don't choose the sign, now the Lord will give you. Because see, Isaiah came.
And what did the Lord give him? What was the sign?
That a woman will be conceived, right?
Okay.
And boy a son. Listen, listen. You're not listening. Listen.
I'm listening.
But
we are counting. Wait. We are counting. A woman shall conceive and bear a son, and what?
Yes, and he shall be called Emmanuel.
Okay, so now, God has given the sign.
It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. Okay, it doesn't end. And it doesn't end. And then he said, based on the same sign, the kid will be eating honey and grasshopper. Okay? The virgin birth, or whatever you call it, was not the actual sign. The sign is about the boy, not about the virgin.
What?
Yes. Right? So he said he will be eating honey, okay, and curd. And now the child, before he will say, he will learn how to say mama and papa, okay, the sign was Israel and Pekah or reason and whatever will be destroyed.
No. It's not true, Julius.
That is right. It is there. Read right there.
Julius, it is right there in front of us.
Yes.
So let's read it. Okay. Therefore, the Lord Himself will give you a sign.
Yes.
Now the sign begins from here. Listen, the virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. That is the sign, the beginning of the sign, or no? A virgin or the virgin shall conceive and give birth to a son. That is the beginning of the sign.
So the son is the sign, right?
No,
it's not about the virgin.
Why are you taking out the virgin?
Yes, because I already tell you that the sign is not about miracle, as you guys are saying. So you guys are thinking a sign is a miracle. But I give you examples.
Julius, go according to what the Bible is saying here, okay?
Yes, I'm going to do that.
So the Bible is saying the virgin will conceive. Is that part of the sign or not? Is that part of the sign?
Well, a virgin will conceive, okay, is the beginning of the sign, but that's not the actual sign.
Okay, so if the one that is going to conceive is not the virgin, that means it's not about the sign. Okay, one point. And if a virgin conceives and she gives birth to a daughter, that is not a sign.
But it says a young woman anyway, a young woman.
Are you there? Did you translate? Look at what the translators, the word says it is a virgin or a young woman.
Yes.
Do you know the language?
Well, yeah, now you choose virgin, I choose a young woman. So I prefer young woman.
The Bible translated, they said it's a virgin. So what are you saying?
But the actual word of a virgin is there, right?
Yeah, but because they use this word Alma, it can stand for virgin or the same thing. It doesn't change.
So why don't they use the actual word?
So why can't they use this one?
Huh?
Why can't they use this one?
Because if you say Betula, then we know it's strictly a virgin.
It's quickly, but they can also use this one because those who understand. Okay.
But
let's focus on the main topic.
Okay, so let's focus. Okay.
So it says, okay, a virgin shall conceive and give birth to a son. So we have a virgin who will conceive and give birth to a son, not to a daughter. And we'll call him Emmanuel. Okay. So we have like three things going on right here. Okay. Verse number 15. He will be eating curds and honey when he knows to reject the wrong and choose the right.
Exactly.
So the food that he will be eating. Okay. For before the boy knows enough to reject the wrong and choose the right, the land of the two kings you dread will lay waste. And these are the three things now. Another three verses now. The prophecy about the boy. Things that which will happen.
Yeah.
According to Yahuda, no, or see Akurano, Yewono, in the next chapter. The next chapter, no, these two kings, no, were they there? And also were they still alive? And I said, who catch them? Wait, Tobo Julius, who catch them? He was captured in verse 7. Chapter 7, he was captured, but they didn't kill him. So in chapter 8, he was still alive. But Bible these two kings, they will lay waste. They will not be there.
Yeah, that is why at the beginning of chapter 8, the Lord has changed the sign, and he said the name was what? Quick loot, whatever it is, right? Chapter 8, right? Because the Lord changed the sign, and then
Julius, be sincere, me say, because Ahaz did not believe in the sign, the Lord Himself gave the sign. So what did he do? So why did he give the sign?
And the Lord changed the sign. He gave the sign, right? The Lord gave the sign.
He gave the sign Himself because Ahaz did not believe it. So He gave the sign to the house of David. So why did He change the sign again?
Because listen, the sign means the first sign means that when the child is born, right? Within that, the two kingdoms will be destroyed, right? That means like Ahaz will be free, like they will not conquer Ahaz. But then Ahaz did not believe. So then the God have to punish Ahaz, right? Because he did not believe. So the Lord have to punish Ahaz. Okay. So instead, now he make a new sign, and it came to pass that they come and capture Ahaz and take him to Syria.
So are you saying where is Emmanuel?
Emmanuel name was changed to whatever Hashbash.
So prove it.
But then in chapter 8, God did remember Emmanuel. That is why he say, "Oh, Emmanuel." He didn't remember. That is why you read it yesterday.
Where are you getting all this understanding from?
Okay, I have the verse here. Okay, go to chapter 8, right? Isaiah chapter 8.
No, wait. So you mean God changed the chapter 7? Just listen to people. I want people to be sincere to themselves. You don't like the Bible, it is okay.
No, it's not about I don't like the Bible. Go to chapter 8.
No, I'm speaking to the audience.
Okay.
Just because we don't like the Bible, you don't like the Bible, it doesn't mean we have to misrepresent something that because we don't like it. Go according to what the Bible is saying.
Seto, in chapter 8, it's
Emmanuel,
not like
Emmanuel, come back, please. I want you to come.
Let me say something so you understand. Let me say something so you understand. Okay.
Let the Bible speak. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let the Bible speak. You can contribute. Okay, I'm going there. Chapter 8. Okay, let the Bible speak. Contribute small for me. Are you there? Let the Bible speak.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, do you have something to say?
Okay. I have something to say concerning the comment that I've seen based on yesterday's video. Some people say I was telling lies concerning the house of the house of God that I said in Isaiah chapter 2. I want to refer them to 1 Timothy chapter number 3 verse 15 that you should go and read. Okay, and Matthew chapter number 16 verse 18 and 19 that you should read. They will understand that the house of God is the church of God, and the church of God is the same as the kingdom of God. If they don't know, they shouldn't say you are telling lies. If they want us to have this discussion, we can have it also. Again, concerning the prophecy that Isaiah made, it has been made clear. It is clear. Armor is used for a lady who is yet to marry, like who is married, okay, but is a virgin. Do you get it clear? A woman who is married, like has reached the age of getting married, but is a virgin. And also, the word Batula is used for a young girl who is under the guidance of his parents, and a virgin who is a virgin and under the guidance of of her parents. So, if you want to discuss this very detail, I will give you an assignment to those who are opposing this Isaiah chapter 14 chapter 7 verse 14 that it is not about Jesus Christ, to go and study these two words, Alma and Betula, who they are being used to refer to. Do you get it clear? And they also have to study the Septuagint. The Septuagint, the one was written about the 72 people in Greek. They should go and study that very well to know when those things were written. Like, I don't have to talk much concerning Isaiah chapter 7 verse 40 because if even I squeeze my blood out to speak it, they will never believe it. I've already said this over and over again. Julius, this is an assignment to you and everyone. Go and study the difference between Alma and Betula.
Yeah,
and also study the Septuagint.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you. It's a sign, a miracle, because a sign is never a miracle. Is it a miracle? And prove to us that a sign is a miracle. Because I've given you a verse in Isaiah 20. The sign was Isaiah was going naked for 3 years, barefoot and naked. How is that a miracle?
Thank you very much. When we say a sign, it's from the Hebrew word ut, O-T-H. Okay.
Yeah.
It's from the Hebrew word ut, which means sign and sign, miracle. It can mean that it's being used as literally or it's used as figuratively.
So
do you
is it
understand
a
what I'm
miracle or
saying?
not? A sign, is it a sign? Because there's a
I'm saying a sign is used as literally and also can be used as figurative. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. So let's Google a sign and let's see.
So
sign
for this to be a sign, let me complete it, Jesus. For this to be a sign, let me ask you this question. If someone give birth today, like having intercourse and give birth today, is that a miracle?
No, it's not a miracle, but it could be a sign.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That cannot be a sign. A sign is something that we use to show. Okay, like let me use the literal one. It's used to show something. But this one is saying a young woman, which is Alma, which I have been saying, go and study much about it, is used. Do you get it clear? It's going to give birth to a son, which Matthew chapter number 1, tells me that that sign is in reference to the birth of Jesus Christ, which you say it is not so. So I'm saying that when a virgin gets pregnant without intercourse, that becomes a miracle or not?
No, it's not a miracle. Because
if a virgin becomes pregnant without sexual intercourse or any insemination, is that miracle or not?
It will become a miracle if you can prove that the lady was a virgin, if it is approved by a doctor that the lady was a virgin. But you cannot say that she was a virgin.
So you want to get married to the doctor to verify that she was a virgin, right?
If I want to know that someone is a virgin, I take the person to a doctor. The doctor open the leg. Did anybody open the leg?
Sure? Julius, can we take to Juju from Moshe Juju man and to verify or no?
You are there.
So you want to take Mary to the hospital to verify whether she was a virgin or not, right?
But I'm telling you, a sign is never a miracle. I have given you Isaiah 20, verse 3.
Let me tell you the reason why Isaiah was naked, okay?
No, I don't want to divert the topic to that topic, okay? Because everyone knows that a sign can be figurative, like a miracle. I'm going to give you something, because when God was telling Ahaz, he said a sign from heavens or from below. It wasn't from. Look, listen to the verse carefully. Ahaz, he said, ask for a sign, okay, even from heavens or from below the depth. It wasn't something common. Anything like wait. When David asked for a sign from God to prove to him that not David, Gideon. Gideon was also was about to be sent to go and fight. Gideon demanded for a sign. What was the sign? Odi at the baby say honum say oma eboso ntonguso enonko anso ena enso no togu enonko anso. Was that a sign can also stand for something like say the Okano Isaiah a sign, but a sign, there is miracles also in signs.
Again, and you see that it's not also not a miracle. First Samuel 2.
When they come,
and see if this is also a miracle. A sign never be a miracle.
But example, I would say, did you hear about the sign for Gideon?
Well, he put something on the floor, right?
Okay.
The thing was physical.
Okay.
And then a dew came on it. This is physical stuff.
No. Or say my ensuing tongu baby, I just a way so, and I said on tongu I deal with so baby and dry. What I didn't say when I'm saying you put or the sheet into honum. And I say my boss one in tongu and on so that baby and dry.
Yeah.
What they're saying, so the boss will only ran on the specific thing that he pointed out.
Specifically, it goes on the mat or whatever it is, right? But if you pick it up, you know that.
But that is the thing. So how was it possible? Both only toy, baby. I just say Hong Kong. That is the sign. It wasn't something that a human being, nobody can do it. It was something miracle for that guy.
Julius, I've been saying signs are beyond imagination. I've always been saying this. If you have underlined my word very well, they are beyond imagination.
Emmanuel.
Sato.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, because I have another Emmanuel too here. Okay, that's why I want to be sure. Emmanuel, what do you have to say? Because the time is almost up. We'll have like 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, I listened to the show yesterday and I listened today as well.
And then was telling the truth and I said he was lying.
Yeah, there is an explanation to this whole Isaiah chapter 7 and Isaiah chapter 8.
But first of all, Isaiah has 2 wives, and the second wife gave birth to that prophecy in Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 14. Was that true?
Yeah, because the reason why Yahuda said,
did you say yes or I want a specific. I want the concrete answer, please.
No, no. He didn't have 2 wives. I can't say he had 2 wives. I can't say for sure that.
Moses also has 2 wives, but it's not in the Bible. Isaiah also have a 2 wives. I heard somewhere, but it's not in the Bible. I
heard Isaiah had 17 wives.
No, because do you know
King David has,
do you know why people say Isaiah had 2 wives? When Isaiah was talking about the wife that gave birth to the son in the book of Isaiah chapter 8, Isaiah said the wife is a prophetess. That is why people are putting meaning to it that then Isaiah might have 2 wives. But it's not evident that Isaiah had 2 wives in the Bible.
So the first son. So what do you mean he called her a prophetess? So how does that prove that he has a second wife?
No, I'm not. You didn't get what I said. I said people are saying it because of how he presented the whole this thing, describing a particular.
So how did they come with a conclusion? Because I made love with the prophetess. That is why then he has 2 wives.
Yeah, that is why. That's because he brought a definite article which is there to represent someone. Yes. So they are saying that if you are differentiating, then it means that there is another one. There could be 2 sets, but Seto SSK to be definite. That is the article. So that is why people are putting meanings into it that then there could be another one.
Yeah, because
but not emphatic.
The Bible is not shy.
Yeah, the Bible did not. I have not seen it anywhere. But okay, so for somebody to bring a definite article, then it means that there could be someone else.
At the point in say the Bible will not be shy to say Isaiah made wife with the second wife, because we know say a lot of people in the Bible, they had
that is why I have always been fair in my analysis.
Okay.
The last time we were talking about the Quran, I told you.
That's why I want to go to the point. The second point that Yahuda is making. So now we know say Yahuda has no basis according to the Bible not to say it was the second youngest wife of Isaiah and the whole Quran. No basis. Yeah. It was just a claim, and we'll make it one.
Yes, please.
Okay,
yes.
And the second point, and then they say
I don't know what Yahuda have learned and where he has learned up to. But for me, I have not seen something like that.
Okay. And the second point in this say, sir, Ababa wani benyin saying, ne obawo obabema, ne yatunidin Emmanuel no, Isaiah Bano, and the one chapter 8 one so then do you agree with him?
Yeah, I agree with him.
Now, okay. Chapter 8 why do you agree with him? Because according to chapter 8, it is a new chapter where God is giving Isaiah a sign, a different sign. Why do you agree with him?
Because of what surrounds. Before God was speaking through Isaiah to Ahaz, he said something to him. That is where I have my own point from.
Okay.
He was telling him about something they were going to do. Just as you were making emphasis to that of Gideon. I'm going into a war or something. And I'm shaking, I'm afraid. And he said, don't be afraid. This is what I, the Lord, I am going to do. This is what I, the Lord, I am going to do for you. I'm going to make you win this fight. So if you, Ahaz, is doubting me, then you should ask for something to show that this is what I, the Lord, have said. I'm going to do it. And Ahaz said, no, you people are saying that Ahaz did not believe God. It's not that he did not. He said he will not what? Test God. So the Lord says, so if you are not going to test me, then I myself, I will give you the sign to show that I am going to do what I've said.
Okay.
So, Emmanuel, okay. The reason why now, okay, according to them, Isaiah, he told Ahaz within 65 years, okay, and the thing, the victory now, I said the victory which was coming was going to be within 65 years. So what you're saying, and so will come. Isaiah didn't want that. It was too long for Ahaz. Ahaz didn't want that. That is why he didn't believe it, because he didn't want to, like, it will take too long. So he had his own plan. And Ahaz, he is not a good person like you think he is. No. When you read Second Kings, and I said Bibisa, I think the verse was Second Kings. You can see Ahaz is somebody now. He even sacrificed his children as offering, because he was what didn't know ball the other people, no, this other said Israel was divided into two. Okay. He did a lot of things now. He did not trust in God like you believe, you know. But because of Israel and the house of David, that is why God is favoring them, and I said God is with them, you know, because that is the promise where Jesus will come from. So what I say now, but say Ahaz did not believe whatever Isaiah told him, and God Himself did not give.
No, sir, when you say read, don't read out of context. Read what is there. Don't give your own explanation to the quotation. Read what is there.
Okay, where should I read exactly?
Where God was talking to Ahaz.
Ahaz, okay.
Before read the verse before verse 14, verse 10.
Verse 10.
Read from that place.
Again, the Lord spoke to Ahaz. Ask the Lord your God for a sign, whether in the deepest depth, or in the highest height. So, any promise be any sign be he should ask. How serious be Ahaz should ask?
And the sign for what?
Sign for say what Isaiah is telling him, no, it will within system.
Okay. So go on.
So that is what the sign is. Ahaz any
So what did Ahaz say?
And Ahaz said, but Ahaz said, I will not ask. I will not put the Lord to the test. So
I will not put a Lord to the test. Doesn't mean he does not believe in God.
No.
He does not want to test God.
Because I don't want to.
No. When I say I will not test Seto, it doesn't mean I don't believe I test Seto. I believe that Seto will do what he has said. So I will not test him.
No. Listen carefully. Because I will not put the Lord to the test now. Because maybe he has his own agenda. So he's not going to.
No. That is not the point.
Let's put this aside, okay? And so I will not put the Lord to the test now. So why did the God then Isaiah said, "Hear now, house of David." Now Isaiah is not directly speaking to Ahaz. So kind in the tree language in the Krampona, that Isaiah is speaking to the people, the whole nation, the house of David. Okay, he's not speaking to Isaiah like before, speaking directly to Isaiah. It was like a communication between him and Isaiah. But now the communication has changed. Then Isaiah said, "Hear now, you house of David. It is not. Is it not enough to try patience on humans? Will you try? Will you know? You were saying a plural. It stands for you more. It's not Ahaz. He's not speaking to Ahaz anymore. He's speaking to the nation, the house of David. Okay. Will you try the patience of my God also? Therefore, the Lord Himself will give you a sign." You were saying Ahaz. He's not speaking to Ahaz anymore. He's speaking to the nation, to them. It is a plural.
No, T. Oh, have you done first person plural?
Yeah, plural.
Yeah, because you can represent one person in the first person system.
Yeah, but the whole time
he was still talking to Ahaz on the what? On the issue in the presence of the Israelites. He being the representative of the Israelites as the leader of them. So it's the first person plural at that time.
If you verse number 10, I can't free one, okay? Ahaz and I say Isaiah is not speaking to the whole people. He's speaking to one person. Ahaz.
Yes.
The whole time, the whole conversation from beginning one verse number 10, verse number 10, verse number 13, you know. It is a communication between Ahaz and Isaiah and God. God tells Isaiah, Isaiah tells Ahaz. It wasn't first person. Isaiah, but why was that Ahaz representing for the whole people at that time? Because Ahaz denied for these miracles, no. So let me make this place clear. When somebody is asking for a sign of something,
just like Hezekiah did, God told him, Hezekiah, do your will because you are going to what? Die. And then he told him, go back and tell God, this is what I have done for you. I have lived a righteous life. Then he told him, when he went and came back, he told him, God said he has given you these extra years. And he said, what will be the sign to show that this is what you are going to do? And God told him, this is what I'm going to do. He challenged him. He said, let it go backwards. because this one is just a normal sign that we see every day. But I want something that people will believe that you are going to do it. So Ahaz, it's not that he did not believe him. He didn't want to test God. He believed that God would do it. So he didn't test him at all. Because he believed what God has said, he's going to do it.
No, but then he would have said it.
Let's put this one into a very simple practical term. Why do we?
Because you believe said that the child was born in chapter 8, verse number 1. So we want to see, okay? We want to know,
okay?
Because according to this verse, all of a sudden, before, he was speaking to Isaiah direct, but you see, I know part said he's speaking to Isaiah in the name of the whole people. Now he's making it plural, first singular plural. That's what you are saying. I don't even know what that is. Okay? But let's take it from there. Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign, okay? And the sign is the virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. So the sign here, he has told him about the virgin who is going to conceive and give birth to a son. The gender of the baby is given here, okay? And we'll call him Emmanuel. And a name, a description has been given here. We will call this a description. But chapter 8, what makes this baby in chapter 8 a sign and children of Isaiah and his children as a sign? Isaiah and his children as a sign. What does this got to do with the virgin birth? I'm open to my explanation.
Okay, let's go into it this way. Secondly, we are going to see the things that surrounds the birth of the child. Read the verse, chapter 8 again. Start reading it.
Chapter 8.
Is there? Yes, it's there for us to see.
Yeah, can you read it? Can't you read it? Because I think you can maybe read better. Okay, let me try. Okay, the Lord said to me that the Lord said to Isaiah. Isaiah has already made that prophecy before, right? Take
he has made it.
And write on it an ordinary pen. Mashal, Shahal, Hashbaz. So Isaiah should write it down.
Okay.
That was a command. Nothing is.
Yeah, that was a command. Yeah.
Nothing said. Nothing. Not just write this down. So
write it down.
So I called in Uriah, okay, the priest, and Zachariah, okay, as a reliable witness for me. See, Isaiah is writing something down with two witnesses.
Yeah, witnesses. Okay. Yeah.
Then Isaiah himself made love with to the prophetess.
Mm-hmm.
This is an intercourse. Isaiah is sleeping with his wife.
Yeah.
Okay? And so this has nothing to do with God is not telling to do anything. And she conceived and gave birth to a son.
Okay.
That's what you're saying. So this has nothing to do with a virgin conceiving and giving birth to a son. It is Isaiah.
Why are you making so much emphasis to virgin? Yeah, you yourself said no. Let me clarify this. You yourself said Alma could mean a young woman or a virgin, as you said.
Yes.
So don't make it one way.
Okay.
Just go for it.
Okay, I will say young woman. Okay, but Isaiah already has a wife.
So the moment you bring the virgin, it rules out this one. So please don't bring it.
Okay,
don't bring it.
I'll leave out the virgin. Okay, even though
because I am so particular about the first word, not the second word.
Okay, because the Septuagint uses the specific word for virgin, and the Septuagint was not translated by Christians. Okay, so that word when we read this from the Septuagint, the word that they translated from the Hebrew. They use a specific word for virgin. So that is what I'm saying. But let's use young woman. So that young woman that Isaiah was prophesying, are you saying Isaiah didn't know it was his own wife? That he was prophesying about. That he is going to sleep with his wife, and then his wife is going to receive and conceive a son, and that the son is going to be the sign? Is that what you are saying?
You are not. You are going back again. I thought you have gone beyond that.
Let's continue, okay?
Okay.
Then I made love to the prophetess.
Okay.
And she conceived and gave birth to a son. So after Isaiah made love and he got a son, and the Lord said to me, after that, listen carefully, the Lord said to me, name him Mashal Shahal Hashbaz. Okay. So the name that God told him to write down at chapter 1, at verse 1, sorry. After he conceived and he gave birth to a son, He didn't know he was going to receive a son or a girl, nothing. And God told him to give that name to his son.
Okay.
You get a point.
I get a point. And let's look at the keyword here. Chapter verse 4. Read verse 4.
Before the boy knows to say my father.
No, he said something there. He said that because before the boy, the reason why he is giving him that name.
What do you mean because? Because I don't see because. Let me see another translation, but maybe there's other translation with because. Okay, because I don't see any because here.
Okay.
So which translation are you reading?
You bring other translations.
Okay. It says New International Version. For before,
okay.
For before the boy knows to say my father or my mother.
Look, before. Then
yes.
there is a reason why he is giving him that name. For before.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So listen carefully. So this one, the name has its own meaning. The reason why this boy is getting the name.
Is giving that name is because before the boy will know how to say this.
I understand. I get your point. So okay. What has this name got to do with Emmanuel?
That is why I'm saying that the sign that God was giving to him is about this particular word that was going to happen.
Yeah, but you see now, what has this boy's name? The name has.
No, let me give you the explanation. When God says that I'm going to give you a sign, the sign it's a representation of something.
Yes.
Okay, so he's telling him, ask for a sign to show that this war that you are going to win, even though you are considered the underdog. He said, I wouldn't ask any sign. I wouldn't put God into a test. Then I, God myself, I will give you a sign. The sign that I will give you is this. Isaiah, take this. Do this before the sign comes. Take this, do this. And then after you have done this, you are going to have a child with your wife.
No,
the child, name him this.
He didn't say that. Where did he say, Isaiah, you are going to have a child with your wife? Where did he say
no,
that?
I'm trying to interpret it. Because
you told me I should stick to the words. What is it? What is there?
Okay. How do you want to explain? How do you want to understand this test if I don't explain it?
You see now, I am saying this. This sign in chapter 7, verse number 14, has absolutely nothing to do with the sign in chapter 8, verse number 1. They are both signs. They are both signs. But one has both of them. It came at the same time at a particular time. But the fulfillment.
So what he told him over there? The Lord, I am the Lord myself. I'm going to give you a sign. The sign is I am with you. God, I am with you. What to show that you are with me?
A virgin, a young woman is going to conceive and have a son. Okay, that is the sign. It begins from a young woman is going to conceive and give birth to a son, and which that son is the son, and the son is called Emmanuel. I am with you. That is what the sign means. It's not.
Are you sure that is the sign?
Yeah, let's read it again. We are repeating ourselves the whole time. Let's read it. Then Isaiah said, "Hear now, you house of Israel," not Isaiah. You house of Israel, okay? And then he told them, therefore, verse number 14, therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. And the sign begins, the virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. And we will call him Emmanuel.
Let's see. The Lord, the young woman will give birth to a son, and you shall call him Emmanuel. So, for what reason is the young woman going to give birth?
And that is the point. So, because
let's say we have accepted. That is the sign. The sign. So, when that baby comes out, what is God going to do that baby is going to come out? What is the purpose?
That is the purpose that we find it in the New Testament. The purpose Jesus.
No. The purpose was the war. The purpose was the war.
No. It's not a war. It's not about. That is why it's not about the war anymore, because this.
How? What were they talking about?
That is why.
What were they talking? No. For what reason was God going to give me the sign? For what reason?
Let me say it now. I'm telling you, the reason is that we all get the salvation through Jesus Christ.
Oh, Seto. If you really want to be a Christian, you have to be sincere to yourself. You are reading a text, and then God is telling you that this is what you are going to do, and what you are going to do, I'm telling you to ask for anything to show that what you are going to do, you are going to be successful. And I'm telling you that this thing that I'm going to do, I will not ask for a sign, but the Lord Himself promises me a sign to show that I am going to what? To be victorious. You said it's talking about the salvation. No, Seto.
Okay. Let's go with your logic here. Okay, Emmanuel. I like Emmanuel. I like him. Okay, we are going on point. Emmanuel. So according to you, God gave this sign. Okay. So was this sign fulfilled?
Yes, it was fulfilled.
Where?
Take your time and read the book. You are still reading. That is why I said you were chipping something. That's why I said go back.
According to the
the same page that you were reading. The same page that you were reading. The same page that you were reading.
Show me where the sign fulfilled, because he says, listen carefully. Before the boy knows enough to reject wrong or choose right, the land of the two kings you dread will laid waste. So show me where when the boy, you said according to chapter 8, verse number 1, the boy was born. So when the boy was born in chapter 8, verse number 1, was these two kings, were they still alive or were they dead? Or were they dead?
You said he said before the child could talk. It's talking about something. So it's talking about, so at what duration do we see a child talking? It's about a year.
About a year, yes. About a year. Okay, let's say that about a year is true. My daughter is almost 1 year. She has started making noise. Okay. So about a year. And then we can find it here. So the next chapter, Isaiah gave birth to a son. Okay. And then he also gave another prophecy. There was another criterion for that son too. It wasn't like there was a criterion what the son will eat or something. Okay. Before the boy knows to say my father, okay, and my mother, the wealth of Damascus and the plunder of Samaria were carried off by king of Assyria. So this one is not, the kings are still alive. The kings are still alive, but the one who will carry off the things. But the one in Isaiah chapter 7, it is saying the kings will not be there. So when you are saying this is the same, look, it's not the same thing even.
Which place did he say that the kings will no longer be there? Did you read it well?
Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 16. Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 16. It says, okay, the land of the two kings you dread will be laid waste. Chapter 16.
Okay. He said, read it again. Take your time and read it again. Take your time.
Okay, I'll say Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 16. Before the boy knows enough.
He said, but before. Look, you look at the words, key words there. He said before. He did not just say it before.
Yes.
Before something happens, those kings what?
Emmanuel, it is on the screen. People can see.
Okay.
Before the boy knows enough to reject the wrong, to reject the wrong and choose the right. So he's giving you a specific time when the child is born. Before the boy grows up to know, maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe before the boy knows how to choose right and wrong. Okay, so the child will be born before the boy knows how to do this. Okay, the land of the two kings, dread will laid waste.
Okay.
So that two kings now they are coming to fight, and I said Ahaz is fighting against them. Now, before the boy knows how to choose right and wrong, that kings they will lay waste.
Okay.
And when you go up, verse number 8 now. Isaiah chapter 7, verse number 8 now. What it was saying is for the head of Aram is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is risen. Within 65 years, Ephraim will be too shattered to be a people. So the time span, was like 65 years. And look as a boy, you know, before the boy knows now, before the boy knows right and wrong, you know, it is right 5 years later. Yeah, what 5 years later, no, that boy knows right and wrong. 5, 6, 7 years. If it's a 10 years grandpa now, but there's
at the mystery behind the book that you are reading, you don't even understand it. One, Isaiah was called in the book of Isaiah chapter 6. At what age was that did Isaiah know the difference between right and wrong?
When Isaiah was called, but he was a sinner. He wasn't righteous. He was a man.
That is why I'm saying that until God touched him, he never knew the difference between right and wrong.
What do you mean? Isaiah was saying,
no. So he is saying, he has said something. You are saying something. You are taking literally as
no. You are trying to play games, Emmanuel.
Not playing games. It's clear. I'm giving you a typical example.
Isaiah chapter 6 here. When Isaiah was called, okay, he was like, he does not even deserve to see God or something like this. So they brought this rod to touch his mouth and made him clean. So Isaiah knew that he wasn't a righteous person. He wasn't a good person. He knew it. And why are you talking about Isaiah? He's speaking about the boy that he's going to be born before the boy.
No. You are making emphasis to a certain number. That I'm saying that number is not as you are thinking.
Okay, so then tell me, educate me. We are here. I'm ready to learn. He said before the boy knows what is good and right. What do you think?
Yes. So it's not about a number.
So what
you are comparing that?
What do you think? Give us a number. What do you think? Is it at what age can a boy know what is right or what is wrong? At what age, according to you?
Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 6.
You see, Emmanuel.
No, I just want to give you a typical example. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 6.
Emmanuel, it's okay. My time or so.
Okay.
What do you mean Isaiah chapter 6?
Settle. You let somebody talk because I think you don't want to listen to me. It's okay, no problem.
Listening to you, but you don't want to listen to me because I will say.
No, I have been very sincere with you. I am a very honest person when it comes to.
Let's see what King Ahaz was doing. Okay, according to 2 Kings. Okay, Ahaz, because the people think that because Ahaz rejected, he was a good person. Ahaz is not a good. Ahaz, the king of Judah. Okay, when we read it now in the 17,
when you are bringing in somebody's personality, when you bring in somebody's personality like this, then the last time you said God is a faithful God, is a just God. I was just nodding my head. God of the Bible is a justice God. I was just shaking my head.
Yeah, he is
because the same God that said anyone that sleeps with somebody's wife must be killed. David slept with somebody's wife, Uriah's wife. He was spared.
You see now another topic.
You are bringing in this one as Ahaz doing this. You are bringing something that Ahaz did to show that he is not a truthful person that should believe in God. Then I will refer you back to God in the Bible that did something that he said if somebody sleeps with somebody's wife, that person should be killed. But David slept with Uriah's wife, he was spared.
Okay. If I see what I'm saying, okay, because I wanted to make the point clear for people to hear what the things that Ahaz did, okay.
Because if you hadn't, I like us going in according to the word that is there to explain things for all of us to understand.
Yeah,
but if you decide to,
but you are not
listening. No, it's not as if I'm not listening.
Yeah,
you brought a claim. Seto, my brother, you brought a claim. The claim that you brought, and I wanted to show you a typical example of it as to when somebody begins to know what is right at the same time, because it's not as if it's 100 years or something. And I cannot say that something that happened 2,000 years ago can be compared to something that is happening now, because of how things are changing.
Emmanuel,
okay.
Let's talk next time, okay? Because I don't know what to do. Let's talk another time.
Okay, Seto, I understand you.
Okay, but that's okay.
You are the host, so I understand you.
But that's okay. People are saying, let the Bible speak.
Yeah, let somebody talk.
Let somebody talk, okay? Emmanuel, are you there? Kojo Mensa is here. You can say Kevin Sykes has dropped off again. Okay, Kevin Sykes are done. Julius is still here. Julius, do you have something to say?
Yes, I have something to say. Seto.
Hello, sir.
Hey,
Seto, mami kasa na muya na watu waso.
Okay, you follow the kings of Israel. Even to sacrifice. Remember when the enemy Ahaz here, he followed the way of the kings of Israel. Seto. In the fire, engaging in this testable practice. So because Isaiah didn't, Ahaz said, I won't ask for anything, no, because he has his own plans.
Hello, Seto.
Emmanuel.
Seto, mami kasa. Yes, Seto. Emmanuel.
Okay, Emmanuel, meet you.
Na sa uta mo na so uta agreement to adi a yesu ya nkan kakra nipa ba ko do concentration ni nyina be ma na are kan se kura sa na mo kan wa asem no e ni me minu na wo yimi nipa minu na e kan mo asem wo ba ko de edi no yakopon omo azaya twero e di minu no twero ana emu mienu no ba ko to no kire se oba se na eba usa nipa no ana ba ko de wan kire bi amfa wo se bia nipa se na kwa ko no ba ko no de no oba no ko wo no aze akwo no ka to so fa sa di no fa to no ndi mi se wo se sika wa na o tro ni di no ana kire nipa no ba ba wo no no ono ni se nipa no na ye hwan Bible na ekwa no se bibia esibia na se Yakobon Israel so atanya oka no oka nipa bia oba ho asem bibia esibia no ekwa kwende be opia oba oka Jesus Christ of one sem bibia oyi bia ni bibia asem bia oka nyina no oka be sibia nipa ba ho so indi se mo ba na se nyina esu ade a ayese commotion se no ba na berde na ba debate bi no bia kire se di church di no ka na yanje tum ayese nyina ya niria esu ade that bibia no no yese nya boto na ti ade mu yi nti o se ba mo ba ka o piti ade no sa ase ta mu nyina o no esu nya kwankwato enkabi ade se to ka ka mi so mo ka no era so yai
Hello, Seto. But we are going to come here in a short one. Seto, now I have a lot to contribute, but I think the program also can be was so me. Whether I'm just making a very brief. Let me say, yeah. Then me person make can say, Jesus was right in saying, sign and a miracle. But the question is, can a sign be a miracle? But what I say, sign is not a miracle, but can a sign be a miracle? Mame fire unko yanya krom konfanoche. Yesi konfanoche e de sekai bi kosi G. A sign a see ho, but is it a miracle? That is where I was here because they said they're not so sign ain't a miracle, but sign can be a miracle.
Okay.
If I told them I can enter the sign is not a miracle, but a sign can be a miracle. If I told them I'm person that's
because of my sign now, okay. It is like Obusa Ahaz was saying, Busa sign be a sign it depends a miracle. They will not be able to be for me, no, we be no got away angel Yankopoma, okay, because of mommy sign, I'm because mommy 2 Ghana city. No one 2 Ghana city, mammy sign where the test away Yankopon. But me put something now, I would believe say it is not possible for a human being to do.
Yes. Yes.
It is that thing that will prove, that will show something. It will be a miracle, be a good identity, so, and that will make it a sign now to put my trust in it. Like Jesus says, one of the signs said, Obe sorry, and that also means it is a sign, but it's also a miracle. Say,
yes, exactly. So exactly. Exactly.
Bible no me say, so because so one be wa come no one Bible na be curious. If a power what they say because wisdom in the Bible is too much. Aaron is Kojo Mensa Kasa say okay. Me da say Kojo Mensa wa say Kwame wo hono.
No. What's the
yeah, I feel the voice number me too. Kwame ye the body to mama.
Anka sign no, but I think say could you make fire there no. So
Kwame,
it's
voice in your robot
the
voice.
voice is it okay now?
Now kasa yeti ebi ababa.
Okay. Hey, anka sign no one sem na mbeka, but I think say could you mensa I clarify a honum. But so
Okay.
share Isaiah 7:14 and 8 now. I think say 8 no is not confirming what Isaiah 7:14 no canon. And that doesn't also mean say Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is not fulfilling that criteria no more share honum no. Because one, Jesus Christ, he is not part of a David descendant.
And the other
To even start with.
Jesus
Christ is not a David
from David
descendant.
descendants. That's the one kind Bible nana, one kind Matthew. I think it's a genealogy.
Genealogy ben you're the free Joseph, so Jesus Christ or a Joseph biological son.
Yeah, but
so how can Joseph Jesus Christ be Joseph?
Genealogy for honor. But couldn't free Mary
Yes,
side.
Nina and Kobe a Joseph so no Jesus. And now Mary count.
Yeah,
Levite me, and I'm with my
Mary is not Levite. Mary is not
okay,
Levite. When you read the genealogy of Jesus Christ at Luke, that is they're not cover Mary, Mary descendant not cover. Because Joseph Mary Papa Asimintino or the Joseph in a Baba share honor. That means and then Joseph genealogy.
You know, okay. Because they link it to
another discussion. I say okay. Let the Bible speak me that say. Kwame make a point tonight. Me say Kwame point tonight.
Okay. Jesus Nankasano, he doesn't come from the David descendants to start with. What he has here, into a mano enye into a no crack Bibia is no Jesus that they are talking about, and even the Jews are still waiting for the Messiah.
Okay.
Because they do baby no
according to only Yahuda yard, so only yard.
Oh, menene yadwen.
One of the yard,
but menene yadwen will be at chapter 8, no, because Isaiah is a wife, no.
The whole point
fulfill the prophecy.
Yahuda and the point in
Isaiah wife no fulfill the prophecy because and some I say this is senior there no and call 7.
Matthias said today now only yard what Home say because the workers Isaiah 8 no and yet a prophet now. I didn't only yard, you know, because only yard, then only yard.
7:14. It's not a Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. Okay, 7:14. So Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on, yard, okay, fine. But on we now can't say Isaiah or Yeremiah, no only yard, so Yeremiah.
I don't know where he's coming from there, but the facts and what we are debating on is whether it's Jesus Christ or not.
That be the point. And debate also, and the whole point in a debate was I say discuss was say the Yahuda eternal TV so a catch a man for GD and then say Isaiah wa yiri mienu na start akrana ye promising or and say share home come 7:14 one no Yahuda chapter 1 chapter 8 verse number 1 Yahuda Isaiah Isaiah na
unim baby o no yi sa de na free unim baby o ye free footnote on say Bible no there are footnotes into your footnote no it me say
Kwame
Isaiah is
we are sure say you hear Bible footnote to be that's a footnote because Jesus is God. But you would have accept say a footnote because of the footnotes this is Jesus is God.
Accept it because that footnote no you be adwen or chere into na make say e honom no ye mistake na free no
onye mistake
all those footnote no
accept it. The whole point in
accept
it. Did that make
footnote no sa e ho na nkasa na Matthew Emma Mode
okay Kwame me time so Mr. Why okay me nipa back I say Kevin. Kevin. Kevin, I think so Mike no be there o Mike na ahwehwo. They say ultimate program so me share with views because o sound no nye clear. Ana I say ma Julius say what say ma say wo hunu.
Yeah.
And my man opportunity and say to me my nura so try the whole time when to me ma share the views no. And I think say Kevin e be next time me after our phone so now what me share.
On your headphone. If you use headphone.
Now at the moment so man crampo e be a miracle be mama because there was some time as Kevin was say no kasa wo nyanwie. It's Julius obey conclusion ya my say Mr.
Yeah, concluding PSF, we don't have agenda because we are not winning soul to anybody. So only agenda will come from the Christians. So
no,
if a prophecy has to be fulfilled, the fully prophecy has to be fulfilled before you give it to a certain person. Isaiah 7:14, all the prophecies has not been fulfilled. So if you guys give it to Jesus, that is wrong. The same way I'm going to give you Isaiah chapter 6 to Jesus. That is also it's not it's
so what say enyam for failure. Anything na mo ka say ya won chapter 8 one no.
Yeah, chapter 8, I say to BSC now say say to that is feeling, right? God said I will be with you. But it's not the you.
Let me say nyama happen
God remember you remember
about 2 hours plus 1 hour program now maybe you know
because say next stop next time. What am I? Yeah.
Because me know your program and the whole time I'm not forcing me don't quite the whole time.
But in brand and then my copper weapons in the other, but no problem. You will go on again.
If you part 3 because no Korean kwani here. You very part 3 okay, but me both video we say that amount for okay. I take for me say my munya time I video we say a short one. Me both video we say that amount for take for Julius me that say. Seto SSK. Mun video we say the Septuagint no mun we.
The Septuagint, or the Greek Old Testament, notice the word comes from the Latin Septuaginta, 70. The idea was there were 70 Jewish scribes who were involved, often abbreviated 70 in Roman numerals LXX, which is what you're usually going to see, is the earliest extant Greek translation of the books from the Hebrew Bible. It includes several books beyond those contained in the Masoretic text of the Hebrew Bible as canonically used in the tradition of mainstream rabbinical Judaism. The additional books were composed in Greek, Hebrew, or Aramaic, but in most cases only the Greek version has survived to the present. It is the oldest and most important complete translation of the Hebrew Bible made by the Jews. Some targums translating or paraphrasing the Bible into Aramaic were also made around the same time. Again, LXX, Greek Old Testament, date, notice, 3rd century before Christ, written in Koine Greek. The first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, known as the Torah or the Pentateuch, were translated in the mid-3rd century before Christ. The remaining translations are presumably from the 2nd century before Christ. Notice, hundreds of years before the time of Lord Jesus. And actually, these are the oldest examples of the Hebrew Bible we have. So in a way, we should respect these, you could argue, more than the Hebrew Aramaic text we currently have, because these are older. And again, there's no Christian bias and there's no rabbinical Judaism bias. And notice, it said Parthenos in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. That is a fact. So how the Jewish scribes, centuries before the time of Lord Jesus, who surely knew the biblical languages better than me, better than you, better than Mr. Singer, translated it as virgin. So Hal means virgin in that verse. So who's the liar and or who's the fool? It appears it's Mr. Singer and not the church. And to continue my points, Genesis chapter 24, verse 16, and the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her, and she went down to the well and filled her pitcher up and came up. Bethulah, a virgin, Hebrew Strong's 1330. Bethulah, Hebrew Strong's 1330, a virgin. Bethulah used 8 times in the Hebrew Bible. Genesis 24:16, which we're seeing there in the upper left. Exodus 22:16, Leviticus 21:14, Deuteronomy 32:25, Job 31:1, Isaiah 62:5, Jeremiah 2:32, and Jeremiah 31:13. Again, if you look at the Septuagint, the Koine Greek rendering, again, several centuries before the time of Lord Jesus, Betula is rendered as Parthenos, the exact same Greek word. So obviously, the Jewish scribes who clearly understood Hebrew and Aramaic and Koine Greek better than you or I or Mr. Singer thought both of these Hebrew words both meant virgin, and that's why they translated both as Parthenos, virgin, in the Koine Greek, as you see right there. That's a fact. Exodus 22:16, and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife, Betula, virgin. Again, in the Septuagint, Parthenon, virgin. Exact same Greek word used for Betula, Hebrew Strong's 1330 in Genesis 24:16 and Exodus 22:16 as Ha'alma, Hebrew Strong's 5959, used in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14, correctly translated as virgin. Leviticus 21:14, a widow or a divorced woman or profane or an harlot, these shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife, Betula, virgin, and in the Septuagint, Parthenon, virgin. Job chapter 31, verse 1, I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? Notice Betula is not rendered as virgin, it's a young woman, but in the Septuagint, it's rendered as virgin. So if I was doing the translation, I would say, well, maid, young woman, no, virgin. That's what the Jewish scribes centuries before the time of Lord Jesus translated it as. And again, they surely knew ancient Hebrew, they surely knew ancient Aramaic, and they knew Koine Greek better than me, virgin. Now, what's interesting, young woman, right? What's interesting is if you look at some Jewish Tanakh renderings, notice Job 31, verse 1, they translate in a Jewish Bible, Betula as maiden. So notice it's not always rendered, evidently, even in modern Jewish Rabbinic Judaism Bibles, as virgin. Right there. There you see it, maiden. Here's another Jewish Bible, another Tanakh rendering, same verse, Job 31, verse 1, maiden, Betula. Interesting. Isaiah chapter 62, verse 5, for as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee, and as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall thy God rejoice over thee. Betula, virgin here. In the Septuagint, Partheno, virgin. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 32, can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. Virgin here, Betula, and Parthenos, virgin there. So notice in the King James, it says, can a maid forget? It should say, I believe, can a virgin forget? Let's be consistent. And let's respect the Septuagint. Understand, again, the Koine Greek Septuagint is the oldest manuscripts we have, much older than any Hebrew Aramaic manuscripts. Obviously, they came first, but the ones we have now come later. So again, I think you need to respect the Septuagint. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 32. Notice here in this Rabbinic Judaism Tanakh rendering, it's Betula, maiden, not Betula, virgin. And in a different one, same thing. Jewish Bible, right? Rabbinic Judaism, Tanakh, etc. Maiden, Betula. So notice Betula doesn't evidently have to always mean virgin. In the Septuagint in those verses it did. So now I think I've proven the point. Mr. Singer is either a fool or a liar or both with what he says. The church didn't lie. So if he doesn't know this information, he's a fool, and I don't know what he was taught. I believe, could be wrong, that he knows it, but he likes to lie. And if that is true, I hope it's not true. But what's the other option? He doesn't know what he's talking about. So either doesn't know what he's talking about, well, then why is he talking, right? or he does know and he's trying to manipulate and lie to people.